Rahu in the 10th house is a very, very good placement from a career perspective. It may not be the best of placement from a domestic life placement because now Ketu is going into the 4th house. However, Rahu in the 10th house keeps you very, very focused on your work area. Most of the time you are focused on the work area. Even if you are at home, the focus is still there. You are still solving some other problem, maybe subconsciously at the back of the mind. So something is always going on in your mind about work, related to your bosses, related to seniors at work, or some attribute of your work, some project at your work, or something which you need to complete. So the focus is always there. So always work on the mind, always career on the mind, huge hunger to move ahead in life. However, sometimes Rahu tends to make you a little impatient with Rahu in the 10th house. You are expecting more because you contribute so much more even at the first of your domestic life that you obviously expect more. You feel I've put in so much hard work, sweat and blood I put into my work. Obviously, I need more and faster because I've contributed more. However, because Rahu is in the 10th house, many times you are misunderstood, or your supervisors, your bosses, your managers are not able to see your contribution and they are not able to appreciate you enough. So here sometimes while the hunger is there for moving up faster, for growth, for recognition, for deserved recognition, it comes too slowly. And because it comes slowly, you tend to put in more hard work and tend to ignore your family and other parts of your life even more, expecting that if I put in more, now my boss will be convinced, now my supervisor will be convinced, now my manager will be able to appreciate, now my boss will be able to see the good side of me. But sometimes you may be putting in more for decades on end, and sometimes you may not get what you deserve. So a placement where you may get a lot of success, you may get huge success and sometimes explosive success, but many times it comes too late and never to the extent that you're putting in work. So in the Rahu in the 10th house, be prepared that you need to put more. The more you put in, you make it slightly lesser or much lesser than what you expect. But if you want much more from your work, you want much more from your growth, promotion, everything, then be ready that you have to put in 2 times, 3 times the effort, keep good relations with the bosses, then you may get. The disadvantage or the flip side sometimes is that your thinking may be different from how the team thinks. You may be a very out-of-box thinker. You may be a very radical thinker at work. So sometimes your thoughts, how you are able to present things may not be appreciated, may not even be understood. And so many times very late do the managers are able to appreciate your thoughts, what you have put across. And because they are not able to appreciate enough, sometimes the time is lost and the company or the organization is not able to use you to the extent that you are able to contribute. You can be a radical thinker, somebody who's out of the box and can bring huge changes to the organization if you are heard, if you are appreciated enough, if you are recognized enough. So a slow recognition, definitely. Disadvantages, you need to work harder on your relationship with your supervisors, and this is a key relationship with you. So with Rahu in the 10th house, be patient and be ready to play the waiting game.